From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Alright, buckle up, folks. We're about to dive into the most savage, most hilarious recap of the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime press conference that never was. And guess who's getting clowned harder than a rodeo bull? That's right, Drake. Let's get into it. So, picture this. The world is on the edge of their seats, waiting for Kendrick Lamar to finally address the greatest rap beef of the decade. You know, the one where Drake got roasted so hard, he probably still smells like burnt toast. The anticipation was real. Fans were ready for Kendrick to drop bars, throw shade, and maybe even reveal that Drake's OVO is actually just a pigeon in a Halloween costume. But then, plot twist. The interview is hosted by Ebro. Yeah, that Ebro. The guy who's about as hard-hitting as a feather pillow. Suddenly, everyone's like, wait, is this gonna be a real press conference or just a corporate love fest where Drake's name is banned like pineapple on pizza? And boy, was it a love fest. Ebro's over here asking Kendrick, so, how do you feel about your diss track winning Grammys? Meanwhile, the entire internet is screaming, ask him about Drake, you coward. But nah, Ebro's too busy lobbing softballs like he's at a t-ball game. Kendrick, how does it feel to be a cultural icon? Bro, we don't care. We want to know if Kendrick thinks Drake's beard is real or just glued on. And Kendrick? Oh, he's playing it cool, like he's sipping tea while Drake's out here sweating bullets. He's like, I just think about the culture, man. Meanwhile, Drake's probably somewhere writing another Instagram caption about how he's humbled and blessed while secretly Googling how to recover from being dissed into oblivion. Let's be real, this press conference was less about Kendrick and more about what didn't happen. No Drake questions. No shots fired. No mention of how Kendrick turned Not Like Us into the national anthem of dragging Drake. Come on, Ebro, you had one job. Instead, we got a corporate-approved snoozefest that left us all wondering if Drake paid someone to keep his name out of Kendrick's mouth. And let's talk about Drake for a second. This man has been throwing shots at everyone since the beef ended. LeBron? Shots. The Grammys? Shots. His barber? Probably shots. But when it comes to Kendrick, he's quieter than a library on a Sunday. Coincidence? I think not. Drake's out here acting like he's the king of rap, but Kendrick's the one with the crown, the Grammys, and the entire culture on his side. Kendrick's sitting there, dropping knowledge like he's the Yoda of hip-hop, talking about how rap is an art form. And he's right. Rap is more than just rhyming words over a beat. It's about storytelling, creativity, and, in Kendrick's case, absolutely bodies people like Drake. But let's be real, while Kendrick's out here comparing rap to Picasso, Drake's probably in the studio trying to figure out how to make another song about his exes and his feelings. Spoiler alert, it's not art, it's a therapy session. Kendrick's like, people forget rap has been here for 50 years. Meanwhile, Drake's out here acting like he invented it last week. Bro, you didn't invent rap, you just invented crying in the club. And let's not forget, while Kendrick's winning Song of the Year awards for writing actual masterpieces, Drake's over there collecting participation trophies for Best Canadian to ever say YOLO. And then Kendrick hits us with this gem. I feel accomplished being able to do that. Yeah, because he actually accomplished something. Meanwhile, Drake's accomplishments include 1. Starting beefs he can't finish, 2. Making songs that sound like they were written by a moody teenager, and 3. Convincing people that his Toronto accent is real. Spoiler, it's not. But let's be honest, Drake's trial and error phase is still ongoing. Every time he drops a new album, it's like, is this gonna be a banger or another emotional breakdown set to a trap beat? Spoiler, it's usually the latter. And let's not skip over the fact that Kendrick's out here winning Songwriter of the Year awards. Meanwhile, Drake's probably Googling how to write a song without using the words check, vibes, or ex-girlfriend. Good luck, buddy. But here's the kicker, Kendrick says, if somebody else comes behind me and quadruples it, I love to see it. Translation, I'm the blueprint, and if you're gonna follow me, you better bring your A game. Meanwhile, Drake's out here following Kendrick's blueprint like a kid tracing a coloring book, but instead of staying inside the lines, he's scribbling all over the place and calling it art. Kendrick's talking about writer's block and finding inspiration in the non-popular aspects of life. Translation: I can make art out of anything, even a rusty shopping cart. Meanwhile, Drake's over here like, I get my inspiration from my exes, my feelings, and my mom's text messages. Bro, we get it, you're emotional, but maybe try writing about something other than your trust issues for once. Then Ebro, bless his heart, finally asks Kendrick about drawing a line last year. You know, that line where Kendrick basically said, this side is for real artists, and that side is for Drake. And Kendrick's like, yeah, I drew a line because rap is a sport. Meanwhile, Drake's out here playing hopscotch with his feelings, trying to figure out which side of the line he's on. Spoiler, he's on the side where they hand out participation trophies. Kendrick's talking about how he loves when artists grit their teeth and go hard. Bro, Kendrick's out here watching battle rap like it's the NBA Finals, while Drake's watching The Notebook and taking notes on how to cry on cue. And let's not forget, Kendrick name drops battle rap legends like Murda Mook, Lux, and Tay Rock. Meanwhile, Drake's battle rap credentials include losing to Pusha T and getting roasted so hard, he had to apologize to his mom. Kendrick's like, I've always been about the grit and the bite. Meanwhile, Drake's bite is more like a teething puppy. And let's be real, the only thing Drake's gritting his teeth about is trying to figure out how to respond to Kendrick without getting bodied again. Spoiler, he can't. Then Ebro's like, Kendrick, you've been consistent for 15 years. Yeah, because Kendrick's the real deal. Meanwhile, Drake's been consistent too, consistently avoiding real beef unless it's with a 19-year-old on Twitter. And let's not forget, Kendrick's media trained. Translation: I know how to handle interviews without sounding like I'm reading from a script written by my publicist. Meanwhile, Drake's out here giving interviews like he's auditioning for a role in Degrassi, The Next Generation. And then we get to the piece de resistance, Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime performance. People are tuning in to see if he's gonna perform Not Like Us, and you know what? He probably will. But even if he doesn't, you can bet he's gonna leave some Easter eggs for the culture. Meanwhile, Drake's probably gonna be watching from home, eating poutine, and crying into his OVO hoodie. So, what did we learn from this press conference? Absolutely nothing. But what we did get was a reminder that Kendrick Lamar is the undisputed GOAT, and Drake? Well, let's just say he's the GOAT of getting clowned. Kendrick Lamar is out here reminding the world that rap is an art form, while Drake's out here reminding us that not everyone can be an artist. Some people are just vibes. And by vibes, I mean cringe. And that's the tea, folks. Stay laughing, stay clowning, and remember, if you're gonna beef with Kendrick, bring more than just a sad boy playlist and a thesaurus.